today we're actually gonna watch a video and not have it take 3 hours. We're going to watch SCP-4999, Someone to Watch Over Us, by TheVolgun, because we love TheVolgun.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-4999. Object Class: Safe.
Safe.
Special Containment Procedures. Due to SCP-4999's unwillingness or inability to appear before more than one person at a time, in addition to the subsequent and immediate death of any who witness it firsthand, SCP-4999 is effectively self-containing.
Is that loss? Is that loss? Finally a safe one, which is odd because I don't think they can contain it. Because the classifications are containment, right? But they can't contain it, so I mean...
Any reports of SCP-4999 manifestations captured by security camera feeds, photographs, or similar are to be investigated, and the media confiscated for analysis. All second-hand witnesses among the civilian populace are to be amnesticized. Description: SCP-4999 is a humanoid entity of unknown composition, visually resembling a middle-aged male. Its physical appearance varies, with its dark suit being the only constant between manifestations. Due to the rarity of recorded SCP-4999 manifestation events and the highly specific circumstances in which they occur, little data concerning its nature or intent is available. However, its behavior is consistent across all recorded sightings.
Wait, they don't know its composition specifically? They don't know what he's like made of? I mean, I guess if they can't contain it, classifications are a bit wonky. The older ones were different. Yeah, that's why it confused me a lot, because I thought they were the danger levels at first, and then I got a couple comments in my YouTube saying that it was about their containment levels, like their ease of containment, which makes sense, but then it doesn't make sense for this one. But, you know, I still like this one a lot. I'm gonna believe that it is safe. I'm gonna believe that he's willing to be, like, contained, even if he isn't contained. I do know that there are a lot of things that don't line up necessarily when you compare the older ones to the newer ones. No coherent lore. Yeah, exactly. It's a creative writing project, not a cooperative one. It's like somewhere in the middle. It's like somewhere in the middle. Some of it is cooperative, but there's like so many branches that it goes into. It's very difficult to understand, but I feel like the general consensus that I have noticed among a lot of the fandom is that the object classes are the containment class, like the containment ease. Hi, hello, mandatory editing rain appearance here. Hi. Please let me know in the comments what your input is on this conversation. I know there are some very knowledgeable people in my comments, and I would really like to hear your thoughts. Or if I'm wrong entirely, of course. There's a lot going on, and I don't know everything. Please educate me. Thank you. But yeah, I feel like it's very confusing. It's such a confusing fandom to get into, but it's so fun. It's so fun.
SCP-4999 will manifest only in the presence of one solitary human person at a time. All subjects recorded to date have been in terminally poor health, critically injured, or on their deathbeds, with SCP-4999 appearing nearby and within sight of the individual not more than 20 minutes before their expiration. SCP-4999 will only appear if the subject is conscious and alone. It will not appear if the subject is comatose, asleep, or unconscious, nor will it appear if they are being cared for by or in the company of or otherwise being directly observed by another person.
So he specifically shows up to like lonely people, like people that are about to die alone, no more than 20 minutes before they actually pass. You know what? That is actually very comforting. That is a very comforting idea, I'm not gonna lie. What you mentioned about difficulty to contain is what's in SCP's official documentation, but isn't what I make of actually analyzing the lore. Yeah, so that's what I thought too. When I first got into it, I was like, oh yeah, it makes sense that this is like about threat levels and danger levels and stuff like that. Like me? What's like me? Difficult to contain? I am difficult to contain though, yeah, you're right.
Upon manifestation, the entity will seat itself directly adjacent to the subject's bed, if such furniture is available. If not, It will remain standing or sit on the floor or ground in whatever configuration will allow it direct physical access to the subject without causing disturbance. Once situated, it will remove a pack of cigarettes from its left inside jacket pocket and offer one to the subject. If the subject accepts, SCP-4999 will place it between their lips, remove one for itself, and light both. If the subject declines, SCP-4999 will light and smoke the cigarette instead. The entity will make physical contact with the subject, typically via holding their hand, placing its hand atop theirs, or resting its hand on their shoulder.
Honestly, that does sound really comforting. Like, I don't smoke, but like, I sure as hell would take that. If I was on my deathbed, I sure as hell would take that. He's Katie level? I would be. I'm hard to contain. I will try to get out. No, but this is a very comforting thought. I actually really like that. Especially if you're like alone, or if nobody's there to care for you, or if people just stopped caring about you.
SCP-4999 will then remain with the subject, silent and unmoving, until they have passed away. SCP-4999 has not been seen to engage in any other activity or behavior, and demanifests immediately upon the subject's death. The subject's cigarette, however, will remain, providing the only physical evidence of SCP-4999's presence.
So now I wonder that if you can't see him because he won't manifest if there is somebody else there, or if they're being monitored, how do they know of his existence apart from like the cigarette? How do they know? Cameras, if they record it and don't watch the feed? I don't know, because if they're being monitored, I kind of read being monitored as like also being on camera, but I don't know what they actually did to capture him, so I think they're gonna go into that maybe?
No subject thus far has been seen to recoil from or otherwise resist the entity.
I wouldn't
nor
either.
Have any attempted to engage it in
I'm gonna say it, it's pretty hot, not gonna lie. Okay, let's go on.
Conversation, despite multiple instances of subjects acknowledging the entity's presence via eye contact, adjusting posture to reciprocate or facilitate the entity's touch, breaking into tears when noticing its presence, or verbally thanking the entity when offered a cigarette.
Oh yeah, they can't see him. That's right. He doesn't show up on records. Yeah, hi. So another interjection here from Editing Rain. I don't know how I drew this conclusion. They never mentioned him not showing up on camera feed. In fact, the article even states that all footage must be confiscated. So maybe EMS or other paranormal equipment might catch him. I wonder, but they wouldn't catch his likeness. And he stays with the patient, or with like the victim, or how would you call that? Like the dying person. He stays with them until they pass. They depend on what others might describe from their deathbed. I don't know if they can. I'm just kind of wondering how they do it. That's kind of the thing. I like his concept a lot, though. I don't want to go into the semantics, just to, like, not ruin the magic of him, because I think this is one of the best ones out there. Like, I really like this guy. I think he's wholesome. I think it's a wonderful gesture. And I think it's very comforting. Yeah, this one is kind of brain how they know, exactly. And I don't want to go into too many semantics. I'm just gonna assume that the Foundation did something redacted, and then they redacted, and with the redacted, they got him to redact it. I think it's just gonna be like that, and I'm gonna accept that as headcanon. I want this to be real so bad.
Individuals affected by SCP-4999 share a number of common attributes. Research into identified subjects has indicated that SCP-4999 is more likely to appear if an individual lives alone, is non-religious, is impoverished or homeless, displays a history of mental illness, is a military veteran, has no criminal record, or has never been convicted of a violent crime, has no currently surviving family, is unmarried or otherwise lacks a significant other, has little to no social standing in the community, does not exhibit any record of significant professional or personal accomplishments, has few to no mutually beneficial interpersonal relationships, or exhibits qualities and life history that have rendered the individual nondescript, anonymous, neglected, or otherwise unremarkable or insignificant by the standards of their respective society.
Guys, this guy is here for the losers like us. $49.99 sounds like a price tag. Yeah, for the low price of $49.99, you can get this guy to smoke a cigarette on your deathbed. I would pay that, but yeah. I'm sure he's gonna show up when I'm gone. Honestly, I want him to. I don't think you're a loser if you're a veteran. No, I don't think so either. But I mean, like, if you're, like, abandoned, neglected, forgotten, you know, the people that don't have anybody, that have nothing in their lives. Even recluses will have someone at the end that's, yeah, exactly. It's just, it's so wholesome. It's so nice. I feel like this might be the most wholesome one. It's very comforting. It's very melancholic. We don't have nothing in our life when we have... I mean, I'm not gonna stick around forever. One day I will die too, you know? One day I will die. What do you have then, huh? Make something of your life. Make something of your life without me. I'm not gonna be around forever. One day I'll also pass away. One day I'll die. And then what you gonna have, huh? No burp, no life. If you're dead and you died and we have life... I mean, I guess it does kind of check out. It does fit lore-wise. Maybe I am this guy. Maybe this is me. Maybe this guy is me. Maybe I'm just gonna come over on your deathbed and smoke a cigarette with you. But you gotta promise me not to die until I show up. You gotta promise me not to die until I show up and I'll sing you a song and I'll smoke a cigarette with you and then you can pass away. If the guy looks like the picture, he could take, oh god, he could get it. He can get it. I don't care if this is like an edited photo, right? Like, I know they've like edited his eyes out and everything, but like, would. I gotta be honest here. Would. I don't care. Would. That's the fucking last 20 minutes of my life. I would. Okay, if that's how I go, that is how I go. I also don't know when I'm gonna die. Like, maybe I'm gonna die in my fucking 30s, you know? Like, I wouldn't mind. Maybe I'll die in my 80s. I don't know. I hope he doesn't mind. 20 minutes with this guy is all I need. I hope that he can actually I hope he can actually do the full 20 minutes. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bit awkward after. Like, if he is actually done in like 2 minutes, it's just gonna be like 18 minutes of just staring at each other like, well, that was disappointing, wasn't it? So, what you doing after this? Got any pets? A wife? Is there a Mrs. Cigarette Man, or...?
No testing involving SCP-4999 has been authorized or attempted, due to available data indicating that observation of a subject precludes its manifestation, as well as ethical concerns. Goddamn Ethics Committee.
Wait, what was that? Did you hear that? There was a thing there. Did he say something backwards?
Goddamn Ethics Committee.
Don't know what it said, but heard it. Yeah, editing grade's gonna have a ball with that one.
Discovery. SCP-4999 was initially discovered as a result of its emerging status as an urban legend, with footage of an entity appearing on hospital security cameras worldwide being disseminated via the internet.
Wait, he does appear on camera. Oh, I knew they were gonna get into it. I'm so confused about it, dude. Me too, man. I thought he didn't show up on cameras, but I guess he shows up when he wants to.
SCP-4999 was initially discovered as the result of its emerging status as an urban legend, with footage of an entity appearing on hospital security cameras worldwide being disseminated via the internet and various television programs. A minor disinformation program was put into effect to maintain this public image, and SCP-4999 was officially registered on November 27th, 1998.
Huh. So I wonder if there is an actual urban legend about him. Can I find it? I wonder if it, like, exists, right? If it's something they fabricated, or if it's something that they used to create this SCP. I'm gonna see if I can find the urban legend that this is based on. Urban legend about a man that sits at deathbeds. Is it real or is it not? Because if it is, I want to look into it. And if it's not, then that means the SCP Foundation made it up, which is cool. Nope. No, it doesn't exist. But I like that they created a universe around that. I think it's based off the theory of death and the Grim Reaper. Yeah, it does kind of feel like that. He does feel like a little bit of the Reaper, but like different, like a very selective type. It feels like a very selective type of Reaper. I feel like it's more like the angel that comes to visit you before you pass away, and you're like, you realize that it is your time because he shows up.
In the years following SCP-4999's classification, Additional research and cross-referencing with accounts of similar phenomena have suggested that while concrete evidence of SCP-4999 appearances has become more commonplace due to the advent of photography and video recording technology in the modern era,
So he does show up.
writings and artistic depictions of a figure exhibiting similar properties, behavior, and physical resemblance to SCP-4999 exist throughout world history, culture, and mythology, with some accounts being thousands of years old, in some cases predating human civilization.
So he has been seen, he has been recorded throughout history. I guess not in like a tailored suit like this, but like in the appropriate era's attire.
It is not currently understood how pre-modern cultures would have been capable of detecting SCP-4999's presence.
Also that!
Investigation is ongoing.
How?
There isn't a lot of SCPs that restore your faith in this universe, but man, this is one of them. But that about does it for today. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you're all dismissed. Goodbye.
Where's the fun in behaving? You can still get bonked if you don't. It's a very... Oh, my neighbors are... Can you hear that? My upstairs neighbors are vacuuming. I'm totally okay with poking fun. You know, I don't even mind a little bit of bullying the streamer because I'll bully you right back. And I'm better at it than you are. Chatters beware and behave. Yeah, I will bite you. Take me to Snurch. I'll worship like a snail at the snide of your light. I'll tell you my schniz and you can snarp in your snife. Offer me that sleepless death, oh good God, let me snip you my knife. Take me to Snurch. Oh, this is gonna be great for Rain out of context after the video. Editing Rain gonna eat my kneecaps. Editing Rain will take note of this, yeah. Is Editing Rain single? Editing Rain is married to her Can of Mom style, have you know? You are special, you're a croissant. Croissant. I'm not a croissant.